Incidentally, I want to tell you right now that we're going to have Tim Leary and Dr. Judy back on this show, and we're going to do an entire show on the sexual revolution because I really want to help you with your sexual hang-ups. Because I know you have them. Ma'am, you look like you have big sexual hang-ups to me.
All night. No, this is for Timothy Leary.
This is for Tim?
This is for Timothy Leary. I am a product of your generation. I am a recovered drug addict. I have taken over 500, wait a minute, over 500 acid trips, and excuse me, stop counting, all right? I am 15 years clean this May, and I am now a substance abuse counselor. And wait a minute, wait. And you take no damn responsibility for your actions. You have no remorse right now. You have no remorse.
That's right. Sir, can I say something?
Tim, and I think this is important. Just a minute. I think this is important. That is a lady whose heart hurts. That is a lady who honestly feels, Tim Leary.
Now. She's
She's in great shape now.
Yeah.
But she wonders if you feel any remorse in your heart for those people who did go on those kind of trips
Because I
they
do.
trusted you.
I am tremendously, yes.
All right, come up here.
I disclose myself very, very easily, okay? I spent a lot of hard time out in the streets before I had enough sense to recover. What I object to, it doesn't matter children or adults, people have underlying pathologies that need to be addressed, and you have given them a way out. I wish I would have known at that time, before I got into drugs, that I had problems. It wasn't until after I had all my problems that I realized that I needed help. And my problems were the drugs and the life it led me to lead. Jail, prostitution, living in the streets, okay? And I partially blame you because you are irresponsible.
You're one brave damn woman.
I love you. Thanks. Did you know who you were in those days?
I'd like to say something to Timothy Leary. I'm also recovering 4 years, and I want to tell you, you sit there like a slime ball with your arm and your leg up against a chair thinking everything is okay in total denial, but it led me down for a bad, bad path when I was a young kid, and I did them, and I know what they caused me. Don't shake your head, because I know what they caused me. They led me down a bad path, and nobody's going to tell me different. And you may say on the bottom of your heart that it doesn't bother me, but inside I know it bothers you. And you sit there like a nice, easy-going guy that, no, it's the crack and it's all the other stuff. Let me tell you, I know what your drugs did. I know what they did. And let me tell you, my life, I can relate so much with her. I can relate right now with her, my life without drugs. And I've done, don't shake your head no. You better start shaking your head yes, because I know I lived it. That's right, I lived it. You didn't live the life. Yeah, that's right, you act nice and cool, but let me tell you something. It's not so cool. And it's out there, I know that it's not so cool. And I try to help a lot of people that, no, you can say about different drugs, but I know your drug. Yeah, and I help a lot of people that don't come back.
Let me also say that one of the things that came back on the hippie generation is they kept trying to talk about peace and love and light. And you know what they got? They were denying the dark side of them. And you know what they got? They got the dark side in front of them. And all of the police riots and everything else was their denied black side, because they were talking about goodness and light, and their denied black side came back at them, and that was the penalty. And when you stand there and deny your responsibility and say that all you were trying to do is be a responsible scientist and talk about these nice drugs and peace and light, and deny the dark side of the drugs that these people are talking about, I think that's irresponsible, and I think that you owe some degree of responsibility to try to redress what you did, because you were a model for a young generation. Tim, and they went down that road.
Tim, let me tell you something, pal. I'll tell you why people instinctively like you. A, you're cool. B, you're with it. You got your tennis shoes on, your sneakers, your runnies. You hang the leg over, all right? But you've treated a generation like all right? You have treated them like dung on the sole of your foot. And I think you owe these people and the people at home at least an apology for those who followed your erroneous way. I'd like Tim Leary, before the break, I'd like Tim Leary to take a minute to say whatever's on his mind to you.
Well,
All right, okay, I'll give him a minute to think about it. We'll come right back. Think about it, Tim. In the short time we have left, Dr. Timothy Leary has something he'd like to address you with. Doctor?
number one, I'm tremendously sorry and touched by the stories we heard here and by your stories. I must say, though, that there's a dynamics and a strength and an articulation that you, this young lady, and the other man had, and I listened very carefully. And I think Mort has made a good question, made a good point. In the late 60s and early 70s...
Doctor, we only have 30 seconds
Okay,
left.
yeah. My message was misinterpreted, and I apologize. I feel terrible for those people who did not listen to our cautions and did get hurt in any way by your experiences with drugs. Now, not just psychedelic drugs, but if there's a halo effect to any drugs. I'm sorry, and certainly...
That's all we wanted to hear, gang. That's it. That's it. Turn off the drugs. Tune in. Stay with life, baby. You got it all in front of you. Good night, everybody. That's it.